Hello everyone and welcome to Nancy's Magic Touch and DIYs. In today's video, I am going to share with you how to create this beautiful canvas frame. This canvas is quite large. It's 19.5 by 25.5. It's wrapped with some pine frame, and these flowers are actually removable. You can put whatever you want with the season inside of it. I have little eggs in there because Easter's coming, but you put whatever you want in there, and I am going to show you step by step how to create this beauty. So without any further ado, guys, just grab your tea and let's get started.
I was at a dollar store and I came across in the gardening section these thin cans, I guess you call them. They're decoration for garden, and I really like them. So I decided that I might do something with these. So I picked up a few in 2 different designs, and I paid $4 for each one. Now the first thing I'm going to do is remove the top part, all those flowers on top. I don't need that, I just want the can. So this might be a little bit difficult at first, but with the help of some pliers, it's much easier. So I bought some canvas at Michael's. These come 2 in a pack, and they are 18 by 24 inches. As I'm doing 2 frames, I'm going to need 2 canvas, so that works out perfectly for me. What I really like about these frame is the back. It has a wooden part on the back, and that's what I'm going to use to attach my can to the canvas. So that wood piece that's there, it's really handy. Now I took my canvas into the garage so I can measure and I can cut my pieces to make my frame. Now I'm just going to measure my pine strip here, and I'm going to mark it with a pen. Now I'm going to go to my saw and cut that off, and I'm actually going to cut 2, one for each side of my frame. Now I'm going to take my 2 strips that I just cut and put them alongside of my frame and measure the width that I need for the top part. And now I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to go to my saw and cut 2 of these. Now that these are cut, I'm going to take my sander, and I'm going to wear a mask and some safety glasses again, of course, and I'm going to sand all my board so that there's no sharp end. Now I'm going to take my canvas and I'm going to put my frame around just to make sure that it fits properly. Now I'm going to take some glove, a sponge brush, and I'm using weathered oak, and I am going to give a coat of that to my frame. Then I'm just going to wipe any extra with a paper towel. Then I'm not waiting for it to be dried. I'm using another color stain. It's called weathered gray, and I'm gonna apply 1 coat of that as well. Now I'm using a homemade chalk paint, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint both of my cans in white, and I am going to give it 2 coats, and I'm going to wait in between for each coat to dry. Now I'm taking some black crafts paint, and I am going to use just a cheap bristle brush to do this project. And I am going to put a little bit of paint on the surface, dip my brush into the paint, but wipe most of it off to start, just so I don't go too dark to begin with, and just rub that very lightly on the top of the can. And you just redip and redo the same thing until you have the color effect that you want. I go darker around the edges and around the bump part of the thin can, but really it's a preference. You can go as light or as dark as you want, and you can do this in any color of your choice. I'm liking the darker look, so I'm going to add some black into the first can that I did. I went to the garage and I put my frame together with a nail gun. I took my canvas to the sink and I'm taking a small drill bit with my drill. And the reason why I'm doing that to the sink is I need something hollow so I can drill right through the can and the board that's on the back of the canvas. So I can't set that on a table or anything like that. So on this can there's already 2 little holes there, which is perfect, and this is where I'm going to drill, and it's aligned with the back board that's on the back of the canvas, so it's perfect. So I'm just going to go in those 2 little holes that are there and drill right through the back wood piece. And I'm going to make sure I'm not hitting my sink with my drill. Now I'm taking a piece of metal wire and I'm going to put that right through the hole and the wood plank that's on the back of the canvas. So both of the ends of this little wire will go through. And now that they are both through, I'm going to go on the back and I'm going to pull both of them really tight. And I'm going to flip my canvas around. And I'm going to make, just to twist that very, very tight so it stays really well in place. I'm just going to twist it until I feel like I'm, twisted enough and it's sturdy enough. And then I'm going to cut with pliers. Then I'm going to take a hammer and hammer that down a lot so to make sure that there's no sharp ends sticking out. Now all you have to do is pick up some flowers of greeneries and just fill your bucket with some of those beautiful greeneries. And don't glue this or anything because this is what makes it interchangeable. You can change it with season, and you want to make sure that whatever you put in there is not too tall to cover the frame on top. Right now I'm putting some little eggs in there because Easter's coming, but I'm going to change that with season and maybe like a pop of color with some other decorations or something. They turned out so nice. I am absolutely in love with these frames. Well, folks, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me the thumbs up. I would love to hear any comments down below or any questions that you may have. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel yet, please do so. Until next time, folks, have yourself a great day.